Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're going to take a quick look at Gala, see what's going on. Obviously, peek over at Bitcoin too, see what's up with that. And just the standard BS that we're getting kind of used to, this strong up, this strong down pattern of just, jumping up 1,000 or two and dropping right back off. But key takeaway here is that we've got 56,000 working as a potential support level right now. It is reaffirming itself. If we look at the one-day candlestick, you can see that it's basically closed above 2 of the last 3 days in a row. So that's a good sign. Furthermore, we've got the 4-hour chart kind of telling us that the simple moving average is tentatively working as a support level. It's been kind of riding the line here recently, and my speculation is that's going to continue to push the price action up, and we'll see a golden cross eventually once these two intersect, the 50 with the 200. So again, I say mostly good from Bitcoin. I'm bullish even on the short term for Bitcoin, but I wouldn't say like strong bull. Right, I wouldn't expect to see 60,000 tomorrow, if that makes any sense. I think we're going to make slow legs up. Eventually, once it kind of figures things out and we can continue on. But keep in mind, there's a lot of world news manipulating the price right now too, and that does impact things greatly. So just keep in mind that Bitcoin is controlling the market for the most part. We can see almost a sea of red here. There's a few coins that are doing well, but those are few and far between. Okay, a lot of coins are synonymous with Bitcoin, and we need to understand that, respect that. Gala is no exception. Okay, and the reason why is because Gala went very overextended for in a short amount of time, right? Oh, and just so you know too, I'm sorry, not a financial advisor. So if you're new to the channel, I love teaching people how to trade just so you can become a better trader, more self-sufficient. I have a trading community too if you're interested in checking that out. But more importantly, I just like to teach and help people become better traders. I've been trading for over 15 years myself, and I'm a little bit more on the conservative side. So I'm not going to tell you that things are going to moon tomorrow. I'm just going to be realistic with you in the sense that there's technical data that tells us certain things, right? Lately, the technical data has been a little flawed based on the simple fact that Bitcoin cannot seem to pull its head out of its ass. And that's just the way it goes right now. That's the nature of Bitcoin and crypto. You have to get be okay with that or get on board with it because it's just the way it is. The important thing is to identify when coins become independent of Bitcoin. That's when the real magic happens. And Gala, unfortunately, is not the case right now. And again, main reason why, taking a look at this one-day candlesticks, you can see a significant the price just got over exaggerated for lack of better terms. It just went way too high, way too fast. And now it's kind of that cooling off period. So we could literally see about 5 more days of consolidation from Gala. So me personally, I just keep adding to my position as the price comes down a little bit lower and adjusting my stop loss a little bit further. I know it sounds kind of weird. It's like, why would you do that? Well, sometimes you kind of have to in scenarios like this, so to ensure that you get bigger gains and a smaller loss. But again, there's always a risk to reward ratio. And to me, I think it's healthy in a scenario like this where Gala should have some really good long-term potential. And I'd be pretty surprised if it comes any lower than 56 cents. That's just my speculation. I don't think we're going to see any lower than that, but we'll find out here in a moment what that looks like. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4-hour chart. See what's going on. All right, so I think we're below the 4-hour, the 50-day simple moving average on the 4-hour chart. That got knocked down here recently, and that's the main reason why that happened is because that was a strong red candle from Bitcoin yesterday. Okay, now it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why that happened. If you look here at Bitcoin, like this strong red candle, basically went from almost 59,000 to just below 56,000 in no less than 8 hours. Okay, so that has a major impact on coins like this, especially ones that are a bit on the overextended side. Okay, good fundamentals, all that stuff regardless, doesn't matter. Bitcoin's going to influence this adversely when that happens. So I'm just trying to drive that home so you understand that. But key takeaway here is that you can only have so much bearish momentum for so long. Okay, it's like this law of averages where you can only hold something underwater for so long until it comes back up, right? That's the same thing with cryptocurrencies. And keep in mind too, the price further away from 50, the more likely the price is to recover. Okay, because anytime you get under 50 and closer to 30, then the price has a tendency of bouncing back a lot faster. So normally I'd be like worried about the fact that we have bearish sentiment from Gala, but we have strong support levels established at 56 cents, and I think we're going to be able to see that hold, and the strong likelihood of the fact that the price would and should continue to increase from there. And let's take a quick look at the volume accumulation over the past, since the 24th, so roughly since Thanksgiving, what has happened here with the volume? Well, there's been a strong amount of volume accumulation right around 67 cents. Now, the good and bad thing about that is that there's a lot of accumulation of volume higher than the price action is at right now, right? So it's going to entice people to want to add to their positions. which I've been doing, which we've been doing as a community. However, that does notoriously ring through as a resistance level too, right? So a lot of times, as you can see here, the price tried 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row to break that plane and hasn't yet. So my takeaway here is that the more often you try to test a resistance level, the more likely it is to break. I think we're going to see that break again soon. And I think Gala is going to go on another run very similar to this here to bring us back up to about 75 cents. I think we're going to see that in the immediate future. Today, maybe not, but once Bitcoin, again, has a little more consistency and stops fluctuating by 3 to 5% every 10 hours, then we're going to be doing a lot better here for Gala. I'm willing to guess this weekend's going to calm things down a little bit, and we're going to see a slow increase from Bitcoin because people are going to keep adding to their positions without, with less manipulation in the market based on world news not influencing things. Just bear in mind, if we have an increase throughout the weekend, Monday can very well be a red day. Just bear that in mind. All right, so all is well there in that sense. Gala's not in terrible shape. I personally still am bullish on Gala, but I'm not like severely bullish, if that makes sense. I do think that it can come up to 75 cents again in the near future, but I don't foresee that happening like in the next couple of hours. We might see that in the next couple of days, perhaps even likely this weekend. So all good things there in that sense. Looking at the 1 hour, let's go ahead and see here if we have where we're at in the HMO cloud. All right, so we got the conversion line below the baseline. That's typically not a good sign, right? But the good sign here is that we don't have much left here. We got maybe about 7 to 10 hours left before the HMO cloud tells us to close our short positions, right? So that's a good sign in a sense because that means that window is closing. And I don't foresee Gala coming much lower. Again, if we come down to 56, we'll be closer to 30 on the RSI and the 4 hour. We'll probably get that bounce and we'll be fine. But between now and then, I would say in the next 12 hours, we're going to have a pretty good understanding of where the price is going to be going from here with Gala. Okay, so we're good there in that sense. Also note, we just hit a reset, so we're kind of just at this period of consolidation. Gala keeps doing this where it comes down and it essentially keeps bouncing off of these tentative, 3, 4s, and 5s. So, you don't necessarily need to understand what that means. It doesn't mean much at all. It just means we're consolidating, which is perfectly fine. We need that to happen. But ultimately, again, pay attention to Bitcoin and see how that works. That's the big picture. And I don't foresee, again, Bitcoin. I don't think that Bitcoin's going to go sub 56,000. If it does, I'd be very surprised. But again, I've been surprised lately, so there's that. But regardless, Gala's not in terrible shape. I hope you understand that. I feel comfortable adding to my position and having a stop loss just under 56 cents. I think we're okay with that. But again, if things continue to evolve, we need to maybe make sure to adjust that and see where it goes from here. But for now, maybe dollar cost average if Gala's your big picture, right? If you like Gala and you want to continue to get a better position, now is the best time to get in. I don't foresee it going much lower. That's just my personal opinion, but also my personal feelings based on what we've just seen here so far. We're reaching that almost that exhaustive state on the short term, and I think that's a good sign to expect a turnaround soon. All right, so hopefully that is going to help you, of course, and obviously we'll go ahead and cover Gala again later. Hopefully you found benefit. If so, go ahead and comment below. Thanks again so much for your time here today. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.